Alright, what's up YouTube? So since the initial release of my official packs, I've made quite a few changes since then, and I wanted to make an updated video going over all the things that I've changed here and there, and all the tweaks that I've made. So to start off, I think we're gonna go into these items right here. Yeah, I could just do this, yeah. Press that button. For all the swords, I made a thicker crossguard. If you don't know what the crossguard is, it's like this part of the sword. What I did is just make it thicker, a bit thicker, because I didn't want it to be too similar to the default Minecraft sword shape. And yeah, I think it looks a bit nicer that way. It gives it more character. Nobody would really notice this except me because I'm very particular with like my taste in packs. Um, but I don't know. I really like how it turns out. Like when you compare the two. I changed the iron sword, the gold sword, and the wood sword because on initial release I wasn't satisfied with how like I guess like the overall colors and like the brightness of like some textures like here and there within like the blades and stuff. I wasn't satisfied with how those turned out last time. I thought that the wood sword was too dark, the gold sword was really ugly, the iron sword I thought like the colors weren't like utilized as well as they could have been. And so yeah, there was a bit of trial and error, but in Paint on it, I just kind of messed around until uh, I got these, and I'm very satisfied with them. And I think that just about does it for the swords. As for the rod, there's like almost zero difference. The rod bobber, all I did was move it 1 pixel up. There's like nothing to really see there. I did add like a little bit of texture here though. I think it looks really nice that way. It's an overall, it was like an overall like clean rod anyway. As for the bow, um, as you can see the gray part right here, I just made it a little less noticeable. Best way I could really describe it, that's just to like, I guess, give it more of a default feel, like have it feel like the default Minecraft bow a bit more, because it is a default edit. Um, the back of the arrow, the back of the the feather part of the arrow, I guess you could say, change the texture of it, looks a bit nicer. And one little tweak that bugged me for a while was that you see this pixel right here and this pixel right here. Yeah, that pixel. Yeah, those weren't there on first release. It really upsets me that I didn't notice that on prior release that wasn't something that bothered me. And so yeah, I actually all I had to do was add 2 pixels for the bow to legitimately be complete. As I've stated in the past, I'm not really into potion related PvP stuff, but I changed the glass of like the splash potion to match like the actual like bottles that you could drink. Pretty much that's pretty much it. Um, I did change the particle to like a little plus thing. I think it looks really nice that way. I don't know, I couldn't find like original splash potion particles. The on first release it was just Huahwi's like star particles, and so I decided to just change it there for originality, like a little bit of originality. This is definitely the biggest part of the pack. Or the okay, what am I saying? No, this is the most. This is the biggest difference since I released those previous packs. I wasn't satisfied with how they turned out last time. It always felt like there was something missing because at the end of the day, all I really did with the previous Gapples and the regular apple was that I took the Defscape 16x apple and I just made it brighter, and that's it. And that bothered me for a while. So what I did, I took my favorite Gapple texture, the Defstyle, the Huahwi Defstyle 16x Gapple and regular apple, and I mashed those with the Defscape 16x apples, and when I when I saw how it turned out, I thought I struck gold because I thought this looks really nice. This looks way better than how it did last time. I'm really happy with how it turned out. So yeah, that's pretty much it there. I think that's like the change at least that I'm the most proud of. As for the tools, as you can see, I changed the axe a bit. The axes I took from Elm's mashup texture pack. It's a really old UHC pack. It took me like a while to find it on YouTube from like watching like old UHC highlights. But yeah, I took the axes from that pack, and I edited like a little bit of the texture like within like the enlarged blade, and I made the back of the axe right here a bit bigger to compensate for how big like this part of the blade is, because I thought it looked really silly if like like the blade was enlarged but like this part of the blade wasn't. So yeah, I think it's a pretty clean texture that I ended up with. And yeah, I'm happy with it. So as for the armor, I changed nothing. As I said before, the armor is taken from Finn's Infinite edit, and the only change I made was the gold leggings. When Finn released his Infinite texture pack, he didn't edit the gold leggings for whatever reason, so I went ahead and did it on my own. And I did the best that I could, in my opinion. I mean, it's not that important of a texture, but still, it bothered me. um, yeah, just about it there in terms of the armor. I think that'll just about do it for the items. Let's go into the GUI. So some of you may have noticed that I shaded the crosshair a little bit better. I think it looks really nice that way. Pretty clean change. As you can see, when you're half a heart down, instead of like one half of the heart being like red, the other being black, um, it's like slanted kind of. It's really hard to just like put into words, but yeah, that's the change that I made there. As for the armor bar, which I also changed, I edited the shape. I changed the shape. It looks a bit better. And then I shaded it. And when you're half a armor bar down, as you can see, I did the same thing I did with the hearts. Pretty nice change there, and I think that'll just about do it for the overall changes that I made. I probably made a few tweaks here and there that aren't really worth mentioning on video. So let's get into the other versions that I made for this pack. Because I made 3 other versions. So when I first released this pack, I had quite a few people tell me, quite a few of my friends, that tell me that the swords weren't short enough. I disagreed, but I still want to keep people happy, and so I made like a separate version with just like simply shorter swords. And yeah, they're there if you want to use them. I know a lot of you are into that because it's like the standard nowadays. I also made if I can get to it, where is it? Yeah, long swords. I made a longsword version which people definitely are not going to use, but I use them just in case I want to like get that like Minecraft feel of like the same like item like sword size, you know. I mainly use this for things like MCSG because I think this like the size and also the shape of the sword is like very reminiscent of like old MCSG packs like Huahwi's Infinite Edit. Yeah, that's just about it there. I made a non-slanted version of my default pack. And basically what I did is the blade is just like it's a default Minecraft sword shape. And the one other change that I made to this particular pack is that I didn't do what I did with the other crossguards and the other packs. I made it like I didn't mess with it. It's just the default Minecraft crossguard, just in case I'm in like the mood for like a more so default feel when I'm like actually playing Minecraft. I want to play like with more default looking packs, even more so than the ones I'm like releasing. And so yeah, that's what this pack I mainly use for. On to my 64x/32x pack. This pack, I made quite a few changes. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have released like this video to begin with. As you can see right here, the swords, I made it a bit shorter. The blade is chipped. I think it's a really like cool detail. As for the rest of the sword, I changed like the cross guard and overall just like everything below the blade. It's like a slightly different shape unless you like you wouldn't notice it unless you do a side by side comparison. But yeah, I changed things like below the blade. It's like a different shape. As for the rod, as you can see, I went for a similar aesthetic with what I did with my 16x rod, except this one it's not only 64x, but the actual bobber. What I did is I used Azure and UHC. which I'm pretty sure is the name of the pack. I took the rod from that. I downscaled it from 500 from not 500 256 x pixels to 64 x pixels, or I should just say 64 pixels. And I just took the bobber and just put it onto this rod, and I think the overall rod looked like pretty nice from that. And this bow, I went through so many bows before I actually found one that I'm satisfied with, which is actually the reason why this video probably took a lot longer than otherwise would have to actually come out. Because I went through, I think, 2 to 3 bow textures before I actually found one that I'm satisfied with. A couple of days ago, I just decided to sit down, and I was fed up. I decided to go into Paint on and actually like sit down and work for I think 4 to 5 hours on this, an actual bow texture that I'm satisfied with, and it looks really clean. And something that I want to mention is that this bow was actually initially black, um, because that's kind of what the theme was, with all like the wooden like item textures being like black instead of brown. Um, but then I decided to like mess with like the color bit. I decided to change it from black to like the default Minecraft like bow like I guess colors, and I thought it looked so clean that it is like a texture that I just had to like use instead. And so it's what caused me to actually change like the rest of the tools. As you can see, like the handles and stuff, it's now back to brown, so it looks more like a 64x faithful edit. And yeah, that's all because of this bow. That's all to match like how this bow looks. And I am insanely satisfied with how this turned out. This might be the best thing in the pack, in my opinion. And I think that just about does it. I didn't get to show off these textures last time, so I will right now. The Ender Pearl, as you can see, like it has an animation. The animation itself I took from Tapel's 32x Faithful pack. I took the animation, put it on like a regular Faithful 32x Ender Pearl, and yeah, I put it in this pack. The Flint and Steel I made completely on my own. I'm really satisfied with how it turned out. I hope you guys are satisfied as well. As for the blocks, I either gave the stone a little more or a little less contrast. I think it looks a lot smoother, a bit easier on the eyes. The cobblestone texture I took from upscaling Infinite to 32x and darkening the texture a little so it matches like the stone. The leaves and the wood I took from Defscape 32x. The grass, like as you can see, the side of the grass is a bit thicker. I took that from upscaling Defstyle 16x to 32x, and I think that just about does it for the items. Not the items, the blocks. So what I did with the Gapple, as you can see, oh boy, I'm about to start mentioning this pack again, but it is the inspiration for a lot of the textures I do make in these packs that you've been seeing me release. But what I did is I upscaled the Huahwi Defstyle 16x Gapple and regular Apple to 32x. Or 64x, I'm actually not sure, but I then tweaked the shape of it to my liking, and then I added leaves, and then this added a little stem. And yeah, this is what came of it. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think that just about does it for the items. As for the armor, yeah, I didn't really do anything creative here. I just upscaled the armor models from my 16x pack. And I think that just about does it overall. Oh, except for the GUI. So for the GUI, the crosshair is the same as the default my 16x pack. The hearts I actually made all on my own. The hunger bar. What I did with the hunger bar is I took the Gapple from my 16x pack and I just replaced the hunger bar with it. And I thought it looks really nice this way. And for the armor bar, for the GUI, I didn't do anything creative here again. I just upscaled the armor bar from my 16x pack to whatever resolution the GUI is usually in for like these 32x packs. And yeah, I think that just about does it. Links will be in the description for all the textures that I borrowed, and all, as well as the just like the links for all of the versions of the default edits and all of the packs that I'll be releasing in this video. So yeah, that being said, I hope you all enjoy. Thank you so much for your patience. I know I've been like absent for like a good part of the year. It's because I was planning on uploading a couple of GD videos, Geometry Dash videos, before getting to this one, but then December rolled around and it's like, all right, yeah, time to actually like sit down and get this done. And so yeah, I did. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for downloading my packs and all the support. Yeah, see ya. Take care.
Back in Colorado, baby, 17 years we were childish, playing. We had time to make good night. We push back all our problems daily, Polaroid shots in the mountains, baby. We had time to make good night. So we were high, we had a radio, love. We said we'd never, ever, ever let it go. No, and I'm right. We were perfect as fuck, making dreams about our lives up in the stars. Yeah, yeah, babe. Yeah, yeah, babe. And don't you ever go, darling, 'cause you're all that I know, you're all that I know. Why did you change your mind and end the night? And now I'm on my own, now I'm on my own. Maybe I'll call you on the phone, maybe I just won't call, 'cause I'm old, yeah, yeah, babe. Someday I'll be patient, baby. Maybe our minds wouldn't be that easy. We'd have time to make good night. Look back through our rearview mirror. Saturday lights couldn't get much clearer. We had time to make good night. So we were high, we had a radio, love. We said we never, ever, ever let it go. No, and I'm right. We were perfect as fuck, faking dreams about our lives up in the stars. Yeah, yeah, babe. And don't you ever go, darling, 'cause you're all that I know, you're all that I know. Why did you change your mind and end the night? And now I'm on my own, now I'm on my own. Maybe I'll call you on the phone, maybe I just won't call, 'cause I'm alright. Oh, I feel the days, I feel the nights, and every way you break me down. Your perfect lines, they fall easy. Oh, I feel the days, I feel the nights, and every way. But maybe our good nights have faded fast.